and you know he almost beat Fury. So I mean, I think there's some stance or some power or weight behind what he's bringing to boxing, but it's just. Sure. But I think this is his way to like try and break into the scene. But now a lot of people are saying like you've tarnished like the legacy.
Yeah, but also, hey, Netflix was trash.
Oh
Netflix. Man, don't even get me started.
Yeah,
that's
I thought they would have learned.
I thought they would have learned by now.
Worst stream,
but I think so. At the time, they said it was over like 60 million.
But what do you expect?
Viewership.
Of course, you know you're gonna get that. Like, why aren't you prepared for that? They're like,
I thought it was like last minute. To be honest, I didn't know that the fight was gonna be on Netflix.
They said Netflix
they
long
said it a while
time
ago.
Yeah. And it just makes you think. I think what bothers me is like almost like how flooded like all the promotion was. Like you see it everywhere. Almost towards kind of like, all right, I get it. Like I'm gonna watch the fight. I don't need to see any more about it though. Yeah. You just see commercial after commercial, whatever, and then finally gets to it.
Yeah, they even had a docu series like that was on Netflix too.
Yeah. Like, and then it finally happens. Buffer.
But this is the thing that's buffer because I would think even like what was it, that show Love Is Blind? They had a reunion episode which crashed Netflix. Like literally
that many people subscribe to Love Is Blind.
Literally through that had Netflix laggy, buffering.
That's crazy.
And so you would expect, okay, they got it figured out by now. They're literally hosting a professional fight, like of one of the best
at an arena,
and it's live.
Sold out.
Like it's a live actual.
Just
like,
stick to don't do sports. Like if you can't do sports, leave it to Hulu or whoever. Does live sports, but don't.
Peacock.
That's not you. That's not you.
That's crazy.
All right. Next up.
All right, I think we're doing okay on time.
I think so. But next up,
2:30. We get 4 more.
We got like 14 more topics.
Okay.
Next up, Kendrick Lamar, GNX album.
I heard it twice.
Yeah, I've heard the whole thing once.
I heard the whole thing through one time, and then after that, it's just been like kind of random.
Yeah. But was it like a car, driving one time,
it was on the way back home from Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, so because that's when it dropped. Whenever we came to Austin,
I think so.
It dropped that day, that night.
That's the only time you should be listening to a full album is during driving. If you just doing it, if you have that much time to just listen to a whole album, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, although I feel like it went by pretty quick. I just didn't feel like a long album.
It didn't feel like it. So thoughts.
I mean,
where does this rank?
Like it.
Where does this rank from a scale of 1 to 10 for everyone?
Oh. Nah, I don't think it's
what's a 10? What's a 10 and what's a 1?
Well, I'm gonna say this before y'all give your scaling. It was ranked a 6.6 by
I saw that
by Critique. So
which is like it's technically like the lowest album for Kendrick.
Yeah, I would think so. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for me is for sure.
I mean, I like the project a lot.
I like it too.
Yeah. But I've always been kind of weird. Like the type people like really like put in high regards. I'm like, okay, it's cool and stuff. Like, I mean that's how I felt with what is it?
The big stepper.
Not the big stepper. Like the one that everyone was talking
Butterfly.
About. Not that one.
Damn?
That one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For that one, I know like that one was like critically acclaimed and everything.
Yeah.
That was a good. That was
good.
I thought it was good, but like for me, it was like I like some of his other stuff like better. But like that's what a lot of people had as like the number one.
To Pimp a Butterfly is my favorite one from him.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I like like a lot of his old stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Section 80.
Yeah.
Like all that.
Yeah, no, he had a good project. I just think this one just fell short. Like,
but especially following the rap beef, the feud. Wait, it had gotten 30 million views, right? Is what the narrative has been. Kendrick has like 14 million followers or subscribers on YouTube. About 16 on like all his other platforms. That's the average. But he had 30 million views on this one, and then for this album to come out and not kind of hit those same numbers, it screams fishy to me.
But what I do hear though is I hear it's like a precursor to like a real album.
And but I feel like that's what people say. I feel like people say that because it doesn't perform well.
Yeah, people always say that. People
like it's
always say.
Imagine it had like 5 million views and it's like, oh, it was just a mixtape. Like I feel like people are just gonna come out.
It was a project that was put out, but I do think there's some strategy because like even like the style of it. being a lot more West Coast driven, like the beats.
I kind of feel like it's because of the not like the like how big Not Like Us
so
was.
I think he's just trying to
tap in.
He's trying to like ride off of that wave and still keep it that West Coast. Because it wasn't like that. The previous album, the beats weren't like that. He wasn't full West Coast.
Wasn't like that.
Definitely,
you know, sound like Tupac.
So so that's honestly their strategy behind it, I just think it fell short from what
I thought. This was I thought this was a full out album. Like I don't care what anyone would say.
Oh, it is.
It had. Look, you had SZA on there. You had
which Luther is definitely my favorite song.
Luther was a great song.
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
Doing the samples is SWV, and doing the whole reference to Pac.
That was my favorite track.
Yeah. So
the Reincarnated.
Reincarnated. I love Reincarnated, but my same thing and I just want to hold the goalpost. Drake dropping a track where he's doing AI, sounding like Pac, versus Kendrick rapping and flowing like Pac.